Hey friends, welcome to the Johnson City Living Podcast, where we learn about the people, places, events, and flavors that make Johnson City just a lovely place to live. I'm your host, Colin Johnson, with the Colin and Carly Group and Keller Williams Realty. If you're interested in buying or selling a home in the area, or if you're looking at investing in a rental property, give us a call at 423-930-8003, and we will look forward to helping you. Now, let's get to today's episode. I'm Colin Johnson with the Colin and Carly Group and Keller Williams Realty. Today's guest is someone who is bringing a completely different approach to education right here in Johnson City. Sarah Fagerberg is the founder and head of school of Acton Academy of Johnson City. It is a learner-driven micro school that challenges many of the assumptions we've come to accept about traditional education. Instead of lectures, grades, standardized tests, and paths, Acton focuses on self-paced learning and helps children discover their unique calling and purpose. Sarah, you have 9 kids, I think, and over 25 years of homeschooling experience. And
that's not quite right. I had 15 years of homeschool experience, but I've been a mother for 28 years now.
Something like that. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So whether you're a parent, grandparent, educator, entrepreneur, or simply someone who cares about the future of our community, this is going to be a great conversation that you're going to want to listen to. So thank you so much for listening. And thank you, Sarah, for coming into the Johnson City Living Podcast.
Thanks for having me. This will be fun.
First things first, what do you love most about Johnson City?
What do I love most about Johnson City? The green.
The green.
It is a lush green. The mountains, the humidity. I love it all.
It's just such a great place to live.
It is the best place to live. I agree with you.
Tell us a little bit about you. Where did you grow up?
Michigan, the land of the state bird I call the mosquito.
Oh, I hear they can be pretty big up there.
Well, that's more Alaska, but man, we went on a camping trip when I was little.
Yeah.
My mother had to make nets so we could breathe without having mosquitoes go up our nose.
Oh, miserable.
It was bad.
So did you live near the lakes?
You can't avoid them.
Okay.
There's lakes everywhere. Those
were you
glacier
near some of the
melts
Great
like
Lakes or
coal.
no?
Nah, we were mainly inland, but
Okay.
I mean, there's lakes everywhere in Michigan, so there's always standing water and
Always
mosquitoes everywhere. Yeah.
That
Always.
sounds brutal.
It
All right,
was.
you
So
grew
I
up
got down here as fast as I could. Not from
How
here.
long
but-
ago have you, so did you move straight from Michigan to East Tennessee?
No, I actually went off to college. I went out to Brigham Young University in Utah.
Yep.
Found my husband. We married, and then he's from here.
Okay.
He's from East Tennessee. So we ended up going to the D.C. area first because his first career is politics, and he went into work for Morton Blackwell, who was the center of the vast right-wing conspiracy, as Hillary Clinton once said. And he was Morton's intern. So There you go.
Well,
interesting
that would be a whole other podcast, probably.
It probably would be. So we started up there, lived 4 years, and had 3 children up there in the D.C. area before he got sick of it. And he was so homesick. He wanted to be back here.
Yeah.
So we took a big sacrifice, left our job, came down here. He went to ETSU and got his MBA.
Okay.
And has been working here in this area ever since.
What does he do now?
He actually works. He does all kinds of things. He's a consultant and he's in technology. He does, the last company he worked for did AI generated. How do you describe what he does? They helped the doctor's offices save money on filing to their insurance companies. So the AI tech was able to go in and help them make all of their insurance claims correct and accurate and instead of rejected.
So they don't get kicked back.
Right. So they'd save them millions of dollars, the doctor's offices.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They're like, just give us one of them.
Yeah. The interesting thing about, that business, I don't need to go into it. But anyway, he does a lot of that kind of stuff. That business just folded and now he's looking for another job. So the investors who were running it found an even more profitable way to make money.
Oh, wow.
And decided that, they didn't want to do that anymore. And just folded it. It was making good money.
It's making money.
It was paying our bills.
I wonder if he could just keep it going.
Well, he's tried to do that. I mean, there's other people who are trying to take it over too. So
there's
a little bit of competition there.
We'll just pray that works out for him.
Yeah.
Mother of 9.
Yep.
That's awesome. 9
babies. No twins. No duplicates. No C-sections.
Yeah. So did you decide like, hey, I'm going to homeschool all these guys?
No, I didn't. I didn't decide that.
Okay.
I had a friend when my oldest got to be in kindergarten. She was like, homeschooling is the thing. And I was raised traditional. I went to public schools. It's the only thing I ever knew. I'm
Sure.
like, why would you homeschool? That's kind
Right.
of crazy. And she started turning me on to all the different things that a child could learn. It's a lot of things that we love, the self-paced learning, the mastery learning, some other things like that. And honestly, I loved having my children with me. I was attached to them from day one. My first baby did not go to that nursery. And I didn't have anyone watch him till he was 3 or 4 months old. I mean, bonded. I love my children. And so the idea of being able to keep them at home with me was good. But when they get older, they learn how to push your buttons. They learn how to do the things. And when they... Oh, it was a headache. It's been easier to open an entire new school than it was to homeschool those first 5 children. They decided they wanted to go to a larger school when they got older, middle school, high school age. So they went to university school in Johnson City.
I went to UH. Go Bucks. Go Junior Bucks.
Yep. And so my older children graduated. All 5 of them graduated from university school. My 5th one just graduated last week from university school.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So, and I couldn't open this school early enough for him and all of that. So my focus has been on our 4 youngest children.
Gotcha.
They were also in university school. They were also getting great grades. They were doing the normal traditional things. So after my 9th was born, I was recovering from surgery, and we'd had some trouble, we've had some social issues at university school, and just things weren't, what's in the library was a mess, and nobody would take out stuff that was completely inappropriate. There are books in the library you would not want your child to read that the child cannot check out. So the parents do not know that it's in the library.
That's weird.
It's
some
weird.
Of the
a lot of things got donated during
COVID
to that library that really I wasn't okay with.
And you'd think that the leadership there would be like, this doesn't make sense. Let's get rid of this stuff.
You would think, but they had an archaic system for removing things. I had 76 books I wanted to talk about. And they're like, oh, only one at a time. And we'll make a committee. And we have to have the whole year I asked, and we never had one committee meeting on any of those books. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Love you guys.
I need to bring back old-fashioned book burnings, right? Just
right?
kidding.
I know.
So then you're like, hey, I want my 4 kids. I want to be in control of the environment and the material.
I had homeschooled for 15 years, and I had PTSD, frankly.
Right.
It's hard. It's not easy to do all of that. And I did love that the children had friends, and I saw the benefit, and they were socially doing much better than my older children had done. My older children, I love them all. They have a lot of anxiety and stress, and even to this day. So I realized maybe they weren't well enough prepared socially. So I just so torn. I was recovering from surgery. I didn't know what to do. I'm like, I probably should homeschool them again, but I don't know if the social environment's enough for what they need. Being able to, get along with each other is one thing. Being able to get along with other personalities and other people and have to consistently do that, not just, once a week at a co-op where they sit and talk to nobody for 2 hours while the teacher lectures at them like the traditional style. Doesn't help them grow more social skills. Right. I mean, maybe you've got some free time at some, or you've got some friends you're meeting with,
Sunday
some of that. But
church and
sure,
like that,
but those are playtime.
Right.
It's not work time where you actually have to make a difference in the world. Well, so I was recovering, like I said, from surgery, and found the podcast, Go Podcasts, with Jordan Peterson, who was interviewing Jeff Sandifer, who is the founder of the Acton model of schools. There's more than 350 around the world now. It's a global movement.
Yeah.
And what I heard blew my mind. I had no idea education could be so good.
That's cool.
Yeah. He started talking about these mixed age group learning and mastery level, which are things that I loved about homeschool, but also, internships and apprenticeships and the social that they gain from each other and having to compete together and work together and fail early, cheaply, and often. I'm like, what what is this?
Mm-hmm.
And how much resilience they gain from that. And how, when you have that traditional model of grades, children think that if they're not getting an A, they're stupid. And you can get A's and be really dumb.
Right.
If you don't have grit and resilience, you don't have anything.
Yeah.
When you get to college and you've got a 4.0, and let me tell you, at university school, at their graduation last week, like at least 45 students of each of the grade groups had straight A's. You know why?
Half the class.
ChatGPT.
Mm.
They're all cheating.
Which is not good.
No, that's not what Ms. Day said, but poor Miss Day. You can maybe edit that out.
No, it's fine. I think AI is a big part of the future, and kids are already using it, inappropriately. Like
the valedictorian went on about ChatGPT and said, "Oh, this is the." She was joking with the teachers, but it's sometimes not a joke. But she said, "Yeah, this is the very first talk I've ever written, or very first thing I've ever written on my own without ChatGPT."
Right.
And she says, "Well, my parents were going to help me with this talk, and my mom sent me a version from ChatGPT, and then my dad sent me a version from ChatGPT, and I decided to write it myself." I'm like, okay, these children aren't really learning.
No.
They're going to get to college and they're going to be fried or still be using ChatGPT.
Right.
And then get to the workplace and try to do something. And what are we going to have in 5 years?
Yeah. It is an interesting future
conundrum.
Yes. Right.
Because it's there.
Yeah.
It's usable. We just had a huge owners conference a couple weeks ago and talked all about AI and, what can we do with it? How do we use it? How do we up the game if that's in the game?
It is the game. And you got to prepare the kids to use it as a tool because it's here to stay, I think.
Right.
And so, I don't think we can be super afraid of it. I think you just got to integrate it and learn how to use it at a higher level. And so
I
think it'll prompt us to get better at asking questions and thinking through things when it doesn't do exactly what you want it to do.
Right. That's what we need, right?
Yeah.
That's clearly what we need in this next generation is being able to ask the right questions and use critical thinking.
Mm-hmm.
That is what we focus on 100% at Acton.
Tell me the name, Acton. Where did that come from?
Lord Acton said, "Absolute power corrupts absolutely."
Okay. And so we decided to name our school after that.
Yes. Well, Jeff Sandifer did.
Okay.
He chose that, and I thought it was great. So I just kept it and put the Johnson City on the end.
I love it.
But the philosophy behind it is that we don't give the power to the teachers. We empower the children. And we empower them to make those decisions and set their goals and use their critical thinking and have these Socratic debate-style discussions where they're not just finding the right answer to something, but learning how to change their mind and why to change their mind and when to change their mind and how you can have a group come together and have a way better answer than if just one person came together. So we have these Socratic discussions.
That's awesome.
At the beginning of the day, every day, and then at the end of the day, and in the middle of the day. So, and everybody participates in all of these discussions. So by the time you've graduated from an Acton, if you start at kindergarten, you've got like 3,000 or 4,000 different Socratic discussions you've been through, and that grows those critical thinking muscles.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about how it's different than just a traditional public school, private school, or homeschool.
Sure. Well, homeschool, you just have your family, and you got a co-op. So
you got mom as a teacher.
You got mom as a teacher.
And you got some co-op teachers.
And sure, you can get on ChatGPT. Sure, you can get on some mastery learning programs, and they are good, right? So you've got that, but then you don't have this social aspect. So from homeschool to that, we have a conflict resolution system that uses principles I didn't gain till marriage counseling.
That's fun.
So you got the reflective listening piece. They've got a talking stick. They actually have to make these decisions. Do I resolve this conflict with this person or forgive them? Like, these are your choices.
And both, I think. And there's probably an and there sometimes.
Well, sometimes, yes. And then there's also the 4-part apology, because sometimes you're really wrong.
Yes.
And it's not just, I'm sorry. It's, I did this wrong. It's wrong because here's what I'm going to do differently in the future, and will you please forgive me?
Mm-hmm.
So it's got all of those elements of,
And I hurt you or hurt the,
yeah,
and will you forgive me? Yeah, because I
right.
think
And
there's
here's
an
what
action where it took part of another person's.
right.
Yeah,
It-
we did that when we were
Yeah.
parenting.
Yes.
Right.
Well, having something to do instead next time is powerful.
Yeah.
Because if you just say, well, I'm sorry I did that, I won't do it again, that doesn't help you.
Or just I'm a flat sorry.
Right.
You need to forgive me.
Yeah. Why?
Right.
I'm not safe.
Right.
Anyway, so they gain all of those skills, and it's been amazing to watch them grow and change and be confident and feel like, oh, there's a problem. I can sit down with this person. We have moderators for it, so if they're upset, they help each other stay calm. And so we have the conflicts. The biggest cause of young adult depression is unresolved conflict.
Mm.
These children are learning how to resolve conflict. They're learning how to get through it instead of avoid it in healthy ways.
Which is huge.
Yeah, which you don't get at public school. You don't get at homeschool unless you got brilliant parents, but then you're not resolving conflicts with other personalities that are completely different from yours.
And that's a big part of life, just navigating conflict.
Yeah.
Comes up a lot.
You can go live in a cabin in Alaska by yourself if you know how to do everything yourself, but yeah, I don't think that's what God intended us to be isolated.
Mm-mm.
I feel like he intended us to be a community that can grow together.
Yeah, for sure. What does learner-based or learner-driven education mean?
That's a fantastic question. So instead of a teacher who sits there and lectures and says, do this, don't do that, do this, don't do that, or spoon feeds the knowledge.
Memorize this for the test coming up.
Right. Instead, the teacher is called a guide or a coach.
Mm-hmm.
And those guides or coaches only ask questions. So if a child comes to me and says, hey, Miss Sarah, I'm stuck on this math problem. What do I do? I say, well, what have you tried so far?
Throw it back to them.
Yes, you throw it back to them and ask them to think, well, I was working on Khan Academy and I got stuck. I'm like, oh, so you're having problems with Khan Academy. I'm like, okay. Well, what have you done on Khan Academy? Show me where you are. They pull up their screen and they show me the little quiz at the end that they're doing. I'm like, oh, you don't know how to do that? No, I can't figure it out. I'm like, oh, did you watch that video up there? What video?
How we found the problem.
Well, would you like to watch that video or ask a friend how to do that?
Again, throwing it back to them.
Right? Throwing it back to them. How do you figure it out? Do you want to research it on ChatGPT to figure out how to learn that? I mean, you can have someone else teach it to you. It doesn't have to be Khan.
Right.
You can figure it out, but then ultimately learn how to do it so that you can pass the little quiz there.
Is the platform you work off of Khan a lot?
Sometimes. Yeah. There are several different platforms. We give children choice. Like they can use Lexia or IXL or Amira is a new one. We've got Math Academy is a new one that's really good.
Okay.
Khan Academy. There's Dreambox. We've used ST Math. No Red Ink. There's a whole lot of core skill type programs that they use. You get on it for 20 minutes on Lexia and it's already diagnosed where you are, what you need to do next. And
That's
it just
cool.
gives you the next thing.
Yeah.
Right. So those things are smart learning programs that help the child learn exactly what they need next in the way that they need it. So if this program doesn't work for you, try that program.
Right.
And then the children set their own goals. So they decide how fast or slow they want to work through things.
Okay.
And we have fun rewards every Friday. So Friday's Fun Friday. And there's different systems. There's so many systems. And the children can tear down the systems and rebuild new systems. And so what we've got going right now is every Friday's Fun Friday. And they get a certain number of points for all the things they accomplished during core skills in the week.
That's cool.
Then they do core skills in the morning. The afternoon is quest time, which I'll tell you about in a minute. But those core skills and quest points, they get to use. If they have enough, they get to go to Fun Friday. If they don't, they're doing more core skills on Fun Friday.
Core Skills Friday for you.
Yeah,
Johnny.
It is. Hope it's fun for you.
Yeah, but it can be fun.
And it can, and they do. And it becomes very fun once they learn that with freedom comes responsibility. But they also get to learn that freedom without responsibility is chaos. And chaos sometimes happens at an Acton. And we let it happen. And we wait for the child that it bothers. And we talk to the child that it bothers and say, hey, I'm going to coach you here. What do you think would be the most effective way to restore order today? Do you think it, and if they don't know, we want to say, well, you gave them two choices. Would you like to try talking to everybody yourself? Or would you like to gather a group of friends to talk to the whole group? Some people that you think might agree with you. What do you think would work better for you? Or do you want to write it on the board for town hall and we'll talk about it as a group on Thursday? Because town hall Thursdays, they debate the problems, the rules, and then they change the rules. They decide what happens the next week. They're in charge. And the people who run those town halls are the ones who are doing the best in the studio, voted by their peers.
That's cool.
Yeah.
A little democracy.
Yes. It's very much a little democracy. They can also experiment with it being a republic or a representative democracy or the city states or all kinds of things that they can do. So I'd mentioned quests.
Yeah, what's a quest?
It's a 6-week deep dive in what you want to be when you grow up. So
how old are they when they do
they
this?
start that at 7.
Okay.
So we have.
Do you do them every year or how often?
Every 6 weeks.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So this last 6 weeks we did astronomy. The one before that was a Newton's toy workshop on physics. We did one on Ellis Island. We're planning an Acton Athens next year. Robotics, gardening, all sorts of different things that they get to do a deep dive in.
So a lot of exposure to a certain career field.
Sure, career field, or maybe it's a different area of science or physics or history or, just all sorts of different things. Like you say, gardening, but that's also biology and botany and a whole bunch of different things go into that. Some chemistry comes into that.
Fertilizer stuff.
Yeah, and why the plants grow or don't grow. What is photosynthesis? And a 7-year-old is learning these things as they go through this. And then when they get older into the middle school area, you're giving them more difficult challenges to deal with. So you would ask the question, well, this particular quest would be, what would a city run better on, AC power or DC power? Right?
They got to go figure it out.
They got to go figure it out. What is AC power? What is DC power? And we have a whole computer software program that allows us to put challenges into a program as the guide so that I'm not spoon feeding everything. They go through these different hands-on experiments and challenges every day and try this and try that and put this together. And by the end of that particular quest, you have them building their own little cities with AC and DC power, and
that's cool.
Showing that to the parents.
Are all the Acton schools, because you said there's like 350 or something, right? Are they all on the same curriculum, like every week doing the same thing?
No, every Acton is a little bit different.
Okay.
But we do have a standard playbook that we draw from. Like all of the Actons since 2008 have been building these quests and systems and curriculum that we use. And so when I get good at it, I could build my own quest and my own passion subject and do that for 6 weeks. But there's a lot of them already pre-built, and I'm great with pre-built.
Yeah, why not? Why reinvent the wheel if you don't have to? Because I guess there's like certain standards and metrics that kids have to meet just for state learning levels and that kind of thing, right? I mean,
sure. Well, so I'm accredited regionally.
Okay.
And also accredited internationally. So the international accreditation is our learner-driven schools accreditation. And then our regional accreditation is through Middle States Association. And Middle States requires us to do a test yearly, the Iowa test, but it's not to prove this standard or that standard. It's to compare the child to themselves so they can see how they've grown.
That's smart.
Yeah. And what's interesting is Laura Sandifer found when she started her Acton that her learners were gaining 2.5 years worth of traditional learning in 9 months on average. When they love learning, they fly. They can learn 10 times faster, and that's proven.
Isn't that fun?
Right? But the trick is being patient and trusting your child, because it takes a long time to undo what the traditional model does to a child. When you're tied to a desk, the average age a child stops loving learning is age 5.
Oh,
What happens at age 5? Kindergarten.
sit at a desk all day.
You sit at a desk all day. It's like caging tigers.
Well, we're programming them, Sarah, so they can sit at desks at work later on in life. Just kidding.
No, actually, they're programmed to be factory workers and soldiers. That is what the traditional model was designed for.
Well,
With bells and whistles and do this when I tell you, do that when I tell. There is a purpose for it. We need soldiers.
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
We need soldiers. We need factory workers. But not everybody needs to be a soldier or a factory worker.
No.
So while I'm grateful for the other options that are out there, I grew up in it. I'm still alive.
Yeah. We're all making our way.
We are. I think we need 21st century options, different types of education that can prepare us better. And I really sincerely feel led that God needs more people to lead the next generation. And you need children to grow up in this kind of a system where they can be independent and know how to function and lead in the next generation.
Is it a faith-based academy?
The way I explain it is this. We do not turn people away based on their faith.
Okay.
But it is a school where children practice their faith.
Oh.
I do not dictate the faith of any child. And we sincerely believe that it's the parents' duty to educate them in matters of religion and intimacy. That is not something that should be educated at the school.
Gotcha.
That is a family duty.
Yeah.
So we call it a family-focused school. And if those questions come up, we say, I bet your parents would love it if you would ask them that question.
Sure.
And we have had stuff come up like that. They're like, where do babies come from? How does that happen? Is it 2 boys, 2 girls, a boy and a girl? We don't even know. And like, my aunt is married to a girl. So I sent the question home to parents and I said, hey, your children are curious. This is the best time to teach them.
For sure.
Please let them know what you believe. And after that day, no children brought it up at school again.
That's great.
Because their parents taught them.
Well, good.
And they knew.
Yeah.
And
it's the way it should be.
Yes.
What does a typical day look like? What time do you guys get going?
8:30 we start. We do drop off from 8 to 8:30, so they have free time and fun. And
where's the school currently?
We're paired with East Unaka Christian Church over in downtown.
Mm-hmm.
The other side of downtown, out by Carnegie Park.
Okay. So how many kids do you have? 22
right now, but we're doubling in July. And I assume as parents find out about what's going on over here, they're going to want to experiment.
Kids, right?
The children will all want to come.
Is it year round or?
Yeah, we do year round, similar to university school schedule. But we start in July 13th. We do 6 weeks on and a week off. 6 weeks on, a week off, 2 weeks off at Christmas, 6 or 7 weeks off in the summer. So it gives this really great flow to the school year. So every quest that we do at the end of that, they prepared this stressful exhibition. They're working all these things to present to parents, and then they get to go home and relax for a week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then they get to come back and do the next 6-week session.
So you get a week off?
Yeah.
Do you have like an extended, is there ever like a 3 or 6 week, like summer break or not?
Yeah, we have the 7-week break, and all of June is off. The last week of May, the first 2 weeks of July, they're off. So.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it works really well. Children don't forget everything they've learned.
Well, and along those lines, do you believe every child is a genius?
I do. Did you know that IQ is only a measure of socioeconomic status?
I didn't know that.
There's a great book out there called Ungifted, Scott Barry Kaufman. He did a whole bunch of research. He started out labeled as retarded because he had hearing difficulties, and so he was behind until his hearing was fixed, and then he was able to get through things. And he tried getting into Yale, and they wouldn't have him, and so he applied for this other program that was not neuroscience related, and then he transferred into the neuroscience program and proved that he could, do it.
Yeah.
And we did all this research trying to figure out IQ because that's what they told him. Your IQ is low. You're dumb. You can't do this. He's like, what the heck?
Right.
This is not true.
And I don't feel like this. Right.
Right.
I'm
but
solving
that's
things.
where he was labeled it. So
'Cause
he
of the
actually
system.
he did a bunch of research and discovered that IQ is a measure of how much money the family has to go and take the children to have different experiences. The more money you have, the more travel you can do, the more experiences you can afford for your children, the more things you can do. And that gets reflected in IQ.
Interesting.
Genius does not have anything to do with IQ.
Yeah.
You look at people who are true geniuses in the world. You look at Mozart, you look at Einstein. Einstein was terrible in school, right? But he was able to do research and figure out that there's two factors in genius. One is a growth mindset, meaning the ability to learn and a belief that you can continue to learn.
Forever.
Forever.
I'm learning every day.
Yes. And then the second factor, because you can also have this belief that you're stupid. Right? You can have a fixed mindset that makes you that, oh, I failed, I'm stupid, I can't do anything, I'm not going to try.
Not true. Right.
Yeah. So the other factor is a passion for something. Every child has a passion for something, whatever it is. It grows from dinosaurs and fire trucks to spaceships and aeronautics. And if you believe that you can learn, then you can go from fire trucks to aeronautics. It's that simple. So every child is a genius. Every child has a purpose in this life and a calling to change the world.
Yeah.
So we help them as they grow to find their passions. When they find their passions, they dig in and learn 10 times faster. When they mesh the passions with the speed, and then they look at a need in the world. Not just, well, I'm good at underwater basket weaving, but you look for something that's a true need in the world, and they pair their skills with their needs and their passion. And that Venn diagram, when you find the center of that, that's their calling to change the world.
That's cool.
Mine is Acton Academy. Everything I've done in my life, I didn't realize it.
This point.
Yes, has led me to this point. So I'm excited to help children find their calling to change the world.
That's awesome. If a parent walked into the school today, what would surprise them the most?
The chaos. The chaos. It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess most days at Acton. On purpose. It is. Laura Sandifer used to say, I think the other schools just think the kids are hanging from the rafters at Acton all day long. And, sometimes they do. They do. They do. And we allow that on purpose because somebody's bothered by that. And I train my guides and say, look, is it bothering you or is it bothering them?
Right.
If it's not bothering them, you need to step back and let it be until it bothers them.
Right.
And that freedom to fail gives them the experiences to know how to overcome chaos, how to organize something, how to work with people in social settings. I mean, you get this one's mad at that one and the other one's got this problem going on. And like, well, do you want to forgive them or do a conflict resolution? They're like, it's not worth a conflict resolution today. Or I'll just forgive them. It's fine. I'll go back to my own thing. Or they're like, oh no, this has got to be solved. This has been an ongoing problem. He's not respecting me. Yeah. This has got to change. This is not right.
Do you have some success stories? Like, how long have you guys been in?
This is our third year, starting in July. Yes, we have success stories already. We had one young man come to us, barely reading. He gained. So he started at Lexia level 6. He got up to Lexia level 17 within 18 months.
Wow.
That's 4 years worth of reading learning. In 18 months.
I had listened to something.
Because he found out he could get his own computer once he got off of the basic level learning. I'm like, yeah, once you fix this up to second grade, you can then get your own computer. He's like, oh, fine, I'm going to do this all day. And the kids would be doing their quests, and they're like, you can't read enough to even help us on our team. Why don't you go just do Lexia until you can read better? He's like, oh, okay, I will. He's like, I kind of like it. So he got onto Lexia, and he would be doing Lexia and doing, and he got all the way up to the 5th grade reading level.
Well, I
in
read
18
some study
months.
or heard it, I don't know, years ago, that there was a group of kids that were, 3 tiers of reading groups in the classroom, and they put all the good readers together, the middle groups and the smaller, the less thans, as they say, but then,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how it was going, and then they said, well, let's mix it all up. So they mixed them all up, and then everybody was reading at the highest level within weeks, and you're just
Right,
like, I
because
think.
the ones that are smarter teach the ones that are younger.
And there's a little pressure there too, like I want to
Yes.
keep up with this guy or this gal.
Exactly. Well, and this one who just got through it is the best teacher.
Yeah,
It is not the adult in the room.
that's cool.
I don't care who the adult in
Right.
the room is. It's the child who just learned it that's the best teacher.
Sure.
And when you turn around and teach it, you remember it forever.
Right.
So that's why we do parent exhibitions. They're turning around and teaching it to their parents.
I love it. I love it. What do you feel like kids or skills that our kids are going to need in the future the most?
Critical thinking, decision making, and social skills.
Yeah.
Those 3 things. If you can ask a good question, you can find the answer to it.
Sure.
We have, tech, AI, whatever, all that. But you've got to be able to understand when AI is wrong. You got to be able to think through a problem.
Yeah. You've
got to be able to process, well, what other points of view could there be?
Right.
Besides your own. You can't be self-centered and self-focused and think, I'm the best thing there is. It doesn't work that way. You will fail. And I hope you fail because you need to fail to learn from failure so that you could be resilient. Then throw grit in with that and it's pretty much golden.
You talked about Acton being your calling.
Mm-hmm.
What are you most excited about for the school? Looking 2, 3, 5 years down the road?
Gosh, my vision for the school is to spread. I mean, we've got one campus in Johnson City. I live in Gray. I wanted it to be in Gray. I started in Gray, started out of my 3-car garage in Gray, but the only place I could expand to was in Johnson City. So I'm like, well, that's where we're going first.
A little context for our listeners. Gray is about 10 miles north of Johnson City, right in between Kingsport and Johnson City. So
yeah, it's the gray area.
It is kind of gray. We don't know what it is. What do you call it? What are those people like that live there? That kind of stuff.
A little gray.
We don't know. Yeah, it's all gray. It rains there all the time. It's cloudy. No, it's one of the best spots in the area.
Tri-Cities.
Yeah.
So my goal is to get back to Gray second. So we have our Johnson City campus, Gray campus, Kingsport campus, Bristol, Greenville. Yeah. Well, and it's a micro school, right?
You have to go so is there a
20 minutes.
Or do you have a region where you kind of need to stay within for the
20 minutes away from the nearest Acton?
Okay.
Because parents don't want to have to drive more than 20 minutes to get to school.
Sure. Nobody wants it.
So if I have South Johnson City, I have Gray, the traffic's easy 20 minutes.
This is a little out there.
North Kingsport.
You were talking
South
about
Bristol.
the Acton model is obviously different.
Yeah.
But we're getting some results. We're seeing some great things.
Mm-hmm.
And the current model may be broken, we could say, maybe, who knows. And so you go, would you want to see that all the schools kind of move into this direction in some way? Or is there a hybrid there maybe that,
well,
what does school look like 20 years from now, for kids? As we're getting more knowledge, you're watching these Acton kids succeed and grow, and then they may get into education, and then they may kind of help start.
Yeah, they will, and it'll grow and it'll explode. It's hard because not every parent is a good fit. The children are all good fits.
Right. They're all geniuses.
They are.
It's the parents like me that are the ones.
Well, it depends. Some people are really hooked on having that A.
Yeah.
Some people want to see those grades.
Right.
They got to be able to prove that my child knows more than the next child. But I mean, the grade isn't even a proof anymore.
Well, and then you're tied into scholarships, and that kind of stuff that
the
next level looks at. Should you want to go to college and save money and do
but Acton graduates are going to Harvard and Yale if they want to. They're making it into the top tier schools.
Just off of the system scoring, the way ACTs and
sure. Well, not only that, but by the time you graduate from an Acton, you've already got 6 to 8 apprenticeships and internships under your belt, and you've got references, and you've got a portfolio, and you've got mastery-based learning at a 4.0 level by the time every class you've taken in high school is a 4.0 because you mastered the thing before you finished it.
Yeah.
So you come out of an Acton at the top. This is not just, it's a nice change of model. This is the best thing in the Tri-Cities.
Yeah.
There isn't anything better. I love the other schools. They've got their places. But this is so different, and it changes the whole landscape of things.
Well, I can see you're passionate about it. I love it.
Yeah, I am.
Let's say somebody's listening and they want to apply to come to the Acton School. How do they do that?
Jump onto my website. There's a process that helps parents learn more about Acton.
Okay. What's that website address?
www.acton Academy Johnson City.org.
Okay.
You do /apply, and you can get right to the link.
Okay. We'll have that in the show notes for our listeners. And
yep.
And then, yeah.
Some parents get a little frustrated because you get on that list. I'll just warn you off the top of my head here. We send weekly emails, and we help you understand what the benefits are.
Gotcha.
Because it's hard. Sometimes you don't even realize your child has lost their love of learning. You're just going through the motions, and they're getting A's.
Right.
But you don't realize what you're missing. You don't realize the passion they could be having for what they're learning.
Right.
What they could choose to be prepared for on their own.
Yeah.
So it really, sometimes the parents just aren't ready for it. Sometimes they want to have those, they want to have their own hands in the pot, and I want to do it myself, which, I mean, all of us love having that sense of independence.
Yeah.
But really, once you get past that age where they're nurturing, they need your example. They need you to be on your own hero's journey. That's
super cool. And I'm assuming people can come visit as well, set up like tours and learn all about the school.
We have tours. We have there's a whole lot of information on my website, so you can go do a deep dive into the model. They have a day in the life of an Acton. It has graduates from Acton doing speeches. There's all kinds of things that you can look at. It's really amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for explaining it. I'm like excited to see what these kids can do. I think it seems to me like you're empowering kids to just become the best they can be, and I think that's going to be
the goal.
And then I think that helps America become the best it can be, right? And so I think
it does.
That's really good. All right, you ready for the quick speed round? You live in Johnson City. You live in Gray.
I live in Gray.
I may have an answer. I probably know which one you're going to do.
Technically Jonesboro, but yeah.
Favorite local coffee shop? Are you a coffee person?
I'm not a coffee drinker, but my favorite coffee shop is oh shoot, what's the name of it? It's right by the library.
Stillwater's?
Nope. It's not Stillwater's. That's in Gray.
Yeah, well, that's
it's in Johnson City.
Oh, Johnson City Library.
Yeah, that's white building house tea.
Open doors.
Nope.
Philosopher's House.
Philosopher's House.
There you go.
That's what I like.
That place is super cool.
It is cool.
Been in there.
I love having the different rooms that you can go into. There's a little bit of privacy, but it's still a public place. You can take your kids and work if you wanted, flip on your computer.
It is really cool. And there's some good views out of there too.
Yeah.
Like overlooking the city.
Yeah.
Favorite place to take out of town guests when they come visit?
Bays Mountain.
Nice.
Kingsport.
That's a good one. Yeah. See the wolves.
Yep.
Favorite local restaurant?
Favorite local restaurant. Gosh. I know me and names.
This is where your husband.
Calm Bistro.
Oh, the bistro. Yeah.
Calm Bistro in Gray.
Yeah, that's a good spot.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Vietnamese food is delicious.
Yes.
Favorite hidden gem of the Tri-Cities?
Hidden gem or gem?
Gem, G-E-M. Not like J-I-M. Like, I don't know.
J-Y-M?
No. Oh, it could be that one. Yeah, we could go that route. What's your favorite J?
That's what I thought you were asking. Where am I going to exercise?
Yeah. What is your favorite gym? Do you have a favorite gym? There's probably one in Acton.
I wish. Yeah, it's your legs. You get to walk and run.
Favorite spot in the area, then I'll say.
Gosh. Spot is the top of the fire tower.
Oh. That's a good height.
View from Johnson City, Kingsport, the whole area. Oh.
Yeah.
It's wobbly. If you're afraid of heights, it's no good for you.
This is over in Irwin or Unicoi, right?
There's one there, and there's one at the top of Bays Mountain.
Okay.
A couple of them.
Yeah. One book every parent should read.
Courage to Grow.
Courage to Grow by
Laura Sandifer.
Laura Sandifer, the wife of this is the team that put it all together.
And then also I'd say Positive Discipline.
Oh, okay.
It's fantastic as well. Helps you to transform parenting from punishment to autonomous parenting, helping the children make choices and grow and be collaborative with your family and respected. And it's really amazing.
Hopefully it encourages consequences too, though, right? Because
Of course,
our
there's
decisions.
lots of natural
Oh, yeah,
consequences.
yeah.
The decision of having carrots instead of celery is not having carrots.
Right.
And children have to be able to make those choices.
For sure, yeah. One lesson you've learned from raising 9 children that you can share with our...
Wow. Trust the children.
Oh.
Trust the children. I used to be the parent who said, don't do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. And they would get mad. They would rebel. They'd be mad. You would go in one ear and out the other. You don't have a successful result. But when you sit down and talk to them, why did you do that? What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
They are honest. They are true. And they had a reason for doing that.
For sure. In their little minds, it made sense.
It did make sense. So you trust them and then you talk it through with them. You figure it out. Oh, well, did you realize this and that? Oh, you want to hear a really funny story? It's
Yes.
Jim. My son was 4, my daughter was 2, and he decided to take her for a walk around the block. Big, busy place in Manassas, Virginia. My neighbor caught him and brought him back, and she's like, David, you can't take her for a walk around the block by yourself without your parents. And he looked at her and he said, that's okay. If she dies, she'll be resurrected.
There you go. I love it. He trusts the Lord completely, like an Isaac story. That's awesome.
Well, he did. We had to explain a few things there, but it's like,
One day,
okay.
you never know. That's right. Yeah.
Don't be so stressed.
If listeners remember one thing today from our conversation, what would you want that to be?
Trust your child.
Trust the child.
Trust your child.
Okay.
Help them become what they are meant to be.
Okay. And again, are you on the socials? How can learn?
Yep, we're on
Facebook.
Facebook,
Okay.
Instagram. We've got our website up. We're here on the podcast.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're out there. We're going to grow this thing. We're going to blow it up.
Yep, we
Have
are.
lots of kids.
We're going to blow it up. We're going to expand. We have vouchers.
Yeah,
We are
talk to me about the voucher system. So
Tennessee just implemented this a year ago, and they just expanded it this spring. So now we have, 20 plus 35,000 more vouchers this year. So if parents applied back in January, the state will now give you a scholarship to attend whatever school has been accredited properly.
which yours has been.
Which has been,
Right.
correct. And so it covers 75% of our tuition.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So that makes education, this amazing education, accessible
Sure.
to everybody.
Yeah.
It can get down to the level where almost any parent can afford it, and I can usually scholarship the rest of them.
Gotcha.
So if it's something you want to try, come on down.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Well, thank you for coming on the podcast. Thanks for what you're doing to shape these little guys
You're
and
welcome.
gals'
Thanks for
minds.
having me. I appreciate it.
I love the different model and just I can see in my mind's eye, I'm looking at your classroom and how it's just functioning at a different level. It's like, it just seems like a fun environment.
It
Chaos, maybe a little bit,
Yeah, the
at
afternoons
times,
are very crazy.
but
working
you're
on
having great
quests and-
conversations. The kids are learning from each other and you're
Yeah.
growing and
Yeah.
so I think it's going to be fun to have you back in a few years and you can update us on how it's going. And
You can have some of the children back.
oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
You can let them talk about it.
Yeah, that would be fun. We should do that. So
Yeah.
well, thank you so much for being on today. Thank you guys for listening. I'm excited for you guys to
Thank you.
have learned about this, and hopefully you can connect with Sarah and go check out the school, check it out on the socials, and maybe enroll your children into Acton Academy.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks again, and have a great day. And subscribe and share it with other people who have got kids who need
Yeah.
education.
Kids, grandkids, you name it.
That's right. Thanks so much.